This is something really, really important. And it goes back to the e-commerce mindset that I have because we sell perfumes. And that's why I think differently from other internet marketing companies and so forth. So step one, what is it when you want to be successful with Google, Yahoo, Bing? What is it that you need to do in order to get traffic or in order to get leads or in order to get clients, customers, increase revenue if you want to use the power of search engines? Optimize your website for conversions. Here's what happens. When I'm in an event like this, I meet a lot of people, a lot of business owners who come and ask me, Sunny, how do we get more traffic from Google? Most people are thinking of traffic, visitors, prospects coming to your site. What should I do with Google? That's not the first thing you need to do. First thing first, you need to make sure your website is optimized for conversions. A conversion is the act of converting website visitor into paying customers. So here's how that works. Let's say you get 100 visitors to your website. 2 of them call you. Your website's conversion rate is now 2%. And if, I'm sure you're making notes, but if any of you want me to send this slide to you later on, just give me your business card, your email address. I'll be happy to email it to you. So optimize your website for conversions. Conversion is the act of converting website visitors into customers. So for example, you spend $38.99, $3,899, out of which you get 31,000 impressions, 1,171 clicks, and 183 conversions. Now, if your site has a funnel like this, if you're tracking conversions, if you know what's working, if you know how many calls, how many sales were generated with that money, you cannot go wrong. So you need to know, one, what's your website's conversion? Probably have a loose cord here. What's your website's conversion rate? How well your site converts, and so forth. And so, in our industry, what's a conversion? It's a phone call, it's a text, and it's an email through contact form, right? We're not selling perfumes. We're not selling a product. So technically, people tell me conversion is for e-commerce. We don't sell that, Sunny. Well, we're selling a phone call from the website. There's a reason why we're driving traffic to the website. We are selling a phone call. These days, we can also get text or an email. Somebody might email and say, hey, it may not be for a water damage situation, but if you do rug cleaning, HVAC, mold, you may get emails from your website saying, we have a certain area in our house. We'd like to know how much it'll be to fix it. Give us an estimate. Can you come to our house and on maybe a Tuesday afternoon and give us a free estimate and so forth. So those are all conversions. You need to know that your site converts well. You need to know that your site is converting visitors into something, taking action that you want them to do. If you want them to call you, they should be calling you. If you want emails, they should be emailing you. It's important because let's say if a website has a 0% conversion rate or a 1% conversion rate, you can buy all the traffic in the world. You can find out all the SEO, all the PPC, everything else that will help you bring traffic to the site. But if it doesn't convert, you will not get any customers. And that's what happens. A lot of companies, when they do pay-per-click marketing on Google with AdWords or Yahoo, Bing, Facebook, they do search engine optimization. They spend a lot of money, weeks, months, years, but they don't get any results. And so those companies, they tell me, Sunny, Google doesn't work for us. Yahoo doesn't work for us. We spent $10,000 and we didn't get any business. Maybe it wasn't anything wrong with Yahoo or Google. Maybe something is wrong with your website. Maybe it has 0% conversion rate. Maybe it doesn't convert at all. So at this point, when you know that, that might be a problem, it's already too late because you've spent money on traffic. That's why step one, You want to make sure your site converts and it brings you a certain percentage of calls and so forth. So I'll share with you a few strategies how you can make a site more conversion friendly. But imagine this. You get 100 visitors to your site. 5 of them call you. And you're able to track that. I'll show you how that can be tracked later on. You know your website's conversion rate is 5%. We'll keep the numbers easy, right? So now you want to get more calls. You want to increase your revenue, your profits. One way is to drive more visitors to your site. Instead of 100, if you drive 200, all things being equal, now you should get 10 phone calls. You just doubled your online lead generation or business. That's one way to do it. Spend more money, get more traffic. The easier way or less expensive way to do is increase conversions of your website. What if you increase conversions from 5 to 10%, still get 100 people, visitors, but get 10 phone calls? If you increase the conversion rate to 20%, you quadrupled your online lead generation without spending any more money on marketing. So you have to keep that in mind. Buying more traffic is not always the answer. You first want to make sure your site converts well. In our restoration industry, I know landing pages and websites that convert at 30 to 40% at times. If it's raining outside really heavily in Midwest, East Coast, where they have basements, the conversion rates can go up to 60, 70%. We track them, and I'll show you how to track them. So at that point, that site is gold, your PPC is gold, your search engine optimization strategies are gold. You'll never go wrong. All right, so here are 13 secrets to a high conversion lead generation site, and I know this from experience because we track conversions of over 100 websites on daily basis. So what goes in a website that helps it increase conversions? Number 1, speed. This is the most important thing now, not even design anymore. Google now recommends if your site does not load within 3 seconds, it will not be on page 1. So let's say if you have a search engine optimization company and you're paying for SEO to that company for the last 3 years, but your site is not loading within 3 seconds, it will not be on page 1, especially in mobile devices. They announced last year in April. Google announced it last year in April. So it's important that your site loads within 3 seconds. Plus, with our attention span decreasing every single day, if a site doesn't load fast enough, people will hit the back button and go to the next website. Nobody's going to wait. So first thing first, you want to make sure your site loads in less than 3 seconds. 2 better, 1 even better. Just like that. It must be responsive. Now this is not a new technology anymore. It's about 3 years ago when we started building responsive sites. A responsive site means it should look perfect in a desktop, laptop, iPads, Kindles, iPhones, Samsungs, whatever size is out there. A small phone, a large phone, a small iPad, a large iPad, and so forth. Because people are using different devices. If the site is not responsive, it'll only look perfect in desktop or a laptop, but not mobile devices, not tablets. Do you still visit sites in your mobile phones or in your iPads where you actually have to do this, make the font bigger to read it? You do, right? That means the site is not responsive. When you get visitors on your website, when you get your prospects on your website, they shouldn't be doing this. If a site is responsive, the font will be perfect for each screen size. Okay? So that's very important. All right, so in our industry, in our restoration industry, 99% of the time, when someone calls you, on the other hand, there's a little bit of panic. They want to reach you, call you right away. Maybe it's 3 in the morning, maybe it's a weekend. And so people want to reach you. For example, right now we had Harvey in Houston, right? So There's a lot of restoration companies getting ready to go there now. I'm sure a lot will also move towards Florida if Irma comes. There's panic in the area. 3 in the morning, someone wants to reach out to you. They'll be pulling out their phones. They will not boot up their PCs. Maybe there's no power in that area and people can't go to their desktops and laptops anyways. Plus 60% of all searches are on mobile devices. So when they pull up your website, it must be mobile optimized and preferably with one touch call button. If you want to see this one touch call button right now, you can go to my website, which is sunnyahuja.com. I'll give you 2 minutes right now. Maybe pull up your phones, go to sunnyahuja.com, and see there's a permanent button there that will help you reach my office. So in a restoration site, when someone finds your website, you're not making them go to the Contact Us page, write the phone number down, open the keypad on their mobile phone and type the number. That's too much work at 3 a.m. if there's a storm outside. They should be able to just tap, just like that, and reach you. Really simple. This helps increase conversion rate, and I've seen it by almost 50% at times. Imagine conversion rates or call volume going up 50% just because you added this feature in your website. So, optimized mobile website with one touch call button. Please have a separate landing page of all services you provide throughout your website. So I still see websites that have maybe 1 or 2 pages where the company would list their services they provide. Water damage restoration, mold remediation, fire and smoke odor removal, HVAC, carpet cleaning, rug cleaning, and so forth, all on one page. If you're trying to sell a $10, $20, $30, $50,000 water loss job, one paragraph is not enough. It's not going to do it. So what you do is you have your website on which you have a separate landing page for each service you provide, because you want to drive traffic to that one particular page of your site. So if you're running a campaign for mold removal, when someone clicks your ad, they should go to the mold removal page of your site, not the home page, not the water page. Plus, there are people out there who search differently. Somebody might search water damage restoration. Someone may search for flood damage restoration. I might search for basement water extraction or flooded basement. If I'm looking for basement or flooded basement and I go to water damage restoration page of your site, I may not even connect the dots. So you want to, if you're in area, how many of you are here from Midwest or East Coast where they have basements? Okay, quite a few. So you want to make sure you have a separate landing page on your website that talks about flooded basements. You know, whatever your process is to dry it out and so forth. Water damage restoration is our industry term. Not everybody understands it. Okay, so separate landing pages or independent landing pages for each service that you provide. Add credibility. Too much fear out there right now. People think everybody's out there to get each other. You know, if they go online, if they see a website, they don't know if this is a company that is going to be there for good, or if it's a fly-by-night guy who will come in, a contractor, maybe take deposit and never show up again. How many of you have heard those stories where you may go to somebody's house and they might say, oh, you know, the contractor before you took my money and never returned. There you go. So if you add credibility in your site, it makes people comfortable calling you. And it can be, you know, your local chamber of commerce, of course. You're all IICRC certified, any awards, BBB A+. Even these things help. Visa, MasterCard, Discover. That increases conversion rate. Remember, we're talking about conversions. If you have nothing else, you can always add, if you accept credit cards, you can always have those logos. People are subconsciously looking at these logos all the time on internet when they are buying products or services. So if they don't see this, there's something missing back of their mind. They're thinking, and this is again going back to the e-commerce. If you are selling products, if you're selling perfumes, if you're selling on Amazon or wherever, credibility helps. Okay, so it also helps increase call volume. Write blog posts that add value. This shows you're an expert in the industry, in your area. Because if you're having a blog post that says 7 things not to do when you discover water in your basement, and whatever that is, something simple, make sure the electricity is turned off, whatever those 7 things are, or 3 things you must do before if you live in a flood zone, or 5 things you need to know before a hurricane comes in your area, and things like that. If you write blog posts that add value, people will read it. They'll know, you know your thing, right? And so your call volume increases, your conversion rate increases from your website. If you can't write it, outsource it. You can always find writers on Craigslist or maybe someone in the family, but it's important. And I know writing blog posts is painful. For me, it's painful. So hire somebody to do it. Now, it also has other benefits like SEO. The site will rank high in Google and so forth. The bounce rate decreases. People will spend more time on your website and so forth. So it has other benefits too. But right now, since we're talking conversions, it increases the call volume from your website. People also share blog posts on social media, so you get free traffic that way. If somebody likes a post that you wrote, they may share it on their Facebook page, right? So it's important to do that. Videos. It's one thing when you write your process, how you clean, what to do when you go to somebody's house. Maybe people are not even reading it. It's a different thing if you can actually put it in a video. This is what we do. When we go in, we make sure we don't make a mess. When we leave, we make sure everything is nice and tidy, and so forth. Because this is real. You can't fake it. Anybody can write anything, with the greatest and the best. But when you show your processes, your things, or the way you maybe dry out a basement or clean upholstery in this case, it matters. It increases conversion rates. That's why landing pages with videos usually have a higher conversion rate than just text. And don't have videos on autoplay, please, because that can be irritating. And that reduces conversion rate. So people will suddenly see something, hit the back button, go to the next guy. But if there's a video, and if they have, where they can hit the play button and watch it, they'll watch it. Now, some businesses who can't afford or don't have videos still use videos of other companies from YouTube, which are not their direct competition or direct competitors. For example, a website or a company in Chicago may have a video on their website that says 7 ways to increase the life of your upholstery, but that video may be from a company in Florida. They can put it on their website as long as the company in Florida is not mentioning their own name. And there's a lot of videos out there where these companies spend a lot of money and time making these videos, but in the end, they forget to mention their name. They just say, and for more information, call us. Okay, so now you can have that on your website too. For more information, call us. It doesn't say call ABC Restoration and so forth. So YouTube allows that, and there's nothing illegal about it. YouTube gives you a code that you can put in your website, and the video goes live automatically or magically. You just have to copy and paste a code from the video, and that's it. Simple, but it helps you increase conversion rate. Contact number. I'm still surprised to see how many times I go to websites where the telephone number is only on the contact us page in the smallest font possible. Anybody else who's noticed that? Yeah, right? So the phone number is only on contact us page in a small font. And that's exactly what we're trying to sell from the website, right? We're trying to sell the phone call. So the number should be in header, footer, and the copy. And if we have time in the end, I'll show you some examples of websites where you have that. But we see numbers in header. Most people miss it in the copy. So when you write a page on your services, maybe that page is about mold remediation or water damage or whatever, in the end, make sure you add a line that says, for more information, call us 24/7, or if it's carpet cleaning, for more information, give us a call Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., whatever your hours are. But make sure you make it really, really easy for people to find your contact information, especially your phone number. Offer something for free. Free gets attention. People have Prime on Amazon so they can get shipping for free. So free, if you can add to your site, will increase the conversion rate. See, it can be free in-house estimates, free consultation. If you don't have any coupons, that's fine. You don't have to have buy 3 get 1 room free because you don't do carpet cleaning, let's say. Free estimates work even on the ads like magic. You get more conversions from your ads, from your landing pages, and so forth. Use urgency. Wait, if you order now, we'll throw in a second one for free. Still works on infomercials. Still works. I've been in US 20 years. I've been seeing it from day one. Get 1 bottle of this for $19.99, but wait, if you order right now, we'll throw in the second one for free. We're tuned for that from years and years of marketing. So, can you use urgency in your copy? Absolutely. Absolutely. It'll help you increase conversions. Get more calls from your site. Must have text on white background with black font. Most websites that have a lot of traffic, that generate a lot of traffic, where people actually stay on the site for longer and read, sites with high readability always have white background and black font. This hurts. This is a screenshot from obviously a restoration site. Can't read it. And you have to keep in mind, you don't know what the other person is going through at the time they're trying to reach out to a company like yours. Can they find their glasses? Can they read this? If it's 5 a.m. and if there's a storm outside, maybe they're on a small device like a phone. Will they be able to read anything? Maybe they have an old PC. It looks fine on your brand new computer, but the other person may have a 10-year-old laptop and you can't read anything because they're not as bright as the new ones. So you want to make sure, and we've tested this. I mean, the conversion rate would go down from 20% to 5% if we have a landing page just like this. Nothing changes in your marketing. Marketing is still the same. You're still getting clicks from same ad. You're still spending same amount of money, but the call volume decreased 15%, 20%, 50% just by changing landing pages where the font is white and background is black. Please don't clutter your site. So there are websites out there where they feel if they put all the names of the cities and zip codes on their site, on landing page, the site will rank number 1 in Google or something. Doesn't work like that. It reduces conversion rate. Actually, if Google catches up to it, then you get penalized and your site gets thrown on page 100. These are the things people did 6, 7, 8 years ago. But it doesn't work anymore. So make sure that your site has no clutter. Keep it nice and clean, nice and simple. Yeah, all right. All right, so, this is another thing I hear from companies all the time, from business owners all the time. Sonny, we get too much spam. We don't want any spam. Okay. So one thing you get rid of spam is you put a CAPTCHA, which means now a person that goes to your site, if they want to send you an email, they have to fill out a certain number, a certain phrase, a certain word, maybe an answer, 2 + 3 = 5, which is an easy one. Some sites have these CAPTCHAs where they make it really, really difficult to read. How many times do you think somebody is going to fill this out to reach out to you? Maybe not even once, or maybe once. So yes, if you remove this, you will get spam. I agree. But will you also get more emails for estimates and so forth? Yes. You will get more business if you remove CAPTCHA, at least the ones like these, from your site. So you want to make sure you don't have any CAPTCHAs. Okay, that's fine. On your site.